So today I'm on the hike to the Hollywood sign. A trip to LA is just not complete if you don't do this hike. So I'm starting off at the Innsdale Drive trailhead. And you can see it's a smooth sort of a dirt road start. It's about a good 2.5 hour hike up and 2.5 hour hike down. I could be wrong, depends on the pace you go. But it should be a great experience. As I say, it's just not complete if you don't do this. So I'm going to film the whole experience, give you a taste of where the best hotspots are to take the pictures. And immediately when you start, that in itself is a great spot with the Hollywood sign right behind you. I've just started from there and all of a sudden, 20 meters into the hike, and then you get that view. Look how beautiful that is. And you pass through lovely nature as well. Beautiful plants. And then you get that view with people coming into the trail, and then you got that, it's quite misty, but that view there of LA. Great starting point. It's a calm, easy route. I mean, you're going uphill very slowly, so it's not like it's you're using up and burning up so much energy at the same time. And each of the moments, each of the turns you're going, you get great views of the sign, and it just puts into perspective how big the sign actually is. Almost like 3 stories tall the closer you get. But then when you can't see the sign is covered by trees, you have the landscape view of the city and all the other people climbing up and beautiful sunshine. It just feels such a rewarding experience. So when you are here in LA and you don't do this, you've missed out on LA. So it's about 20 degrees today here in LA, and that's not hot considering LA weather can go up to 35 degrees in the summer. So that's a perfect day. So when you do get sunshine, because this trail itself doesn't have any shade, so it's always important to carry a bottle of water. Hence why I've got a backpack with probably 2 bottles of water, very cold, to be able to make sure I'm staying hydrated throughout the whole hike itself. Look at some of the plants you come across, these old cactuses. Very nice. As you keep going up, the views get more and more sensational. So we've come across a bit of an intersection here, which you start seeing this barrier. You can either walk over it or walk around it. I guess walking around is a bit safer. So that's not a barrier for you to stop and say, yo, you've taken the wrong turn. It just means that the dirt trail has come to an end and you're walking onto a road. And once you're on the road, you just take the left, and that's where the trail continues. So that left turn we've taken, we're on Mulholland Highway, and it's about a good 10-minute walk until you come back onto the dirt trail itself. But because a lot of people actually live on these hills and up towards the Hollywood sign, it's a neighborhood here, and you pass this neighborhood. So that's what makes this trek really exciting. It's not just a traditional, typical hike up a mountain. You're passing through the dirt trails, you're passing through people's homes, and I don't know if a celebrity or 2 live here, but if they do, you might be lucky enough to see one. So we come onto an intersection here, so the route continues on the left. So that's where you want to stay rather than going down. And these signs is mainly for vehicles, so not for you, so you can continue walking. So don't be put off by that. So how are you finding it so far? I mean, for me, this has been a wonderful experience so far, and we've only just been, 20 minutes, and we've stopped a few places to take some wonderful photos. But if you are liking this, make sure you subscribe to my channel as I continue to do more and more of these hikes, more and more of exploring different parts of the world, and to share that experience with you, especially if you're planning to go to those parts of the world. And if you don't have a plan, watch some of the videos so you get some idea as to where certain countries might be of wow to you, that yeah, you really need to go. And that's what I want to bring to my viewers. So it's not always about, oh, I'm going to a specific country, I need to know what to do over there. It's about giving you ideas that if I am planning a trip, where can I go? So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as I continue this trek. Look at that, stunning views each time. So you come across this intersection as well. But the route is to keep going this way. So we've just walked through the Mulholland Highway, then it leaves the normal roads back onto the dirt trail. And that's what we want to continue. The trek allows quite a few trails, this being probably one of the most simplest, easiest, with some really lovely views of both the sign and the city. I think that's worth it, especially if you're a bit like, oh, I'm not really a hiker, I'm not really someone who goes out trekking, but worth giving it a shot because it is fairly easy. A great photo stop is just this one here. So you can go up, stand on there, and then you have the Hollywood sign right over there. What a spot. So I'm going to go up just now. Careful as we go up. There we go. And we're up. And look at that. So having climbed that little spot, oh my God, look at that. It is right. You can almost feel like you can touch it. That's how beautiful this spot is to take pictures. I say it's a prime location, just that small meter up, I got a bit of a push up. Not to say it's too difficult, but just that helping hand does help, especially to avoid slipping. But when you're here, that prime location for a photo, it's an absolute must. As I say, you go through the trial, you have different locations for different photo opportunities, but each time you get closer and closer and closer, spots do appear and you're like, yes, this is the moment, because you not only get the view of the sign, just as you see there, but you get the wonderful view from a high end of the city. Have a look at this. You have the homes you can see on the left there, and then the city itself. The city of Los Angeles, right there. Very misty today, but it's an absolute joyous trek. So heading back down this photo spot just to continue the trek back up. Just be careful because it is slippery. So what'd you make of that photo spot? Let me know in the comment section below. Would you stop there to take pictures? Have you been there? And have I missed the spot? If I have, let me know so I can really get these spots in, especially if I do this again, or at least put it in the comment section below so people who are wanting to do this trek know exactly where to stop. What you do get is these beautiful palm trees. Oh my God. It's a dreamland of a walk. So you can see the dirt trail here and the Mulholland Highway just still there. So you're still in and around the highway itself, but the walk is wonderful. And then you're welcomed by this. Look at that. It's almost like a gate that welcomes you. A palm tree gate. How beautiful. So we've just come down this path. If you go this way, you're going back down. Once you come across, you'll see this gated section here. So there's actually a pathway through this. So don't be fooled by that. You actually go through this and just follow the path. That's what we're doing, and that leads you onto Mount Lee Drive. And that's the drive that leads you all the way up to behind the sign. Oh, would you look at that view? I need to stop here and just take it in, smell it in. Oh, this feels absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. So you can see different trail paths there. That's another trail path. You got LA. I can even see where I'm staying. And you got downtown over there in the mist. That's downtown where I stayed earlier on in the week. It's a very calm, relaxed walk. And then you'll have every couple of minutes a few people who have already on their way up or coming back down. So far, it's probably been one of the most calmest hikes I have done, and most revealing, most relaxing, most spectacular in the sense of views, because you look left, right and center with either natural beauty or man-made beauty, or the reason why you're climbing this and you're hiking this, the sign. Every time it gets closer and closer and closer, and you're sort of seeing, wow, actually how tall is this thing? Because from a distance, from our TV set, we see this small few letters, and then you think, wow, that's what I'd like to be. And finally, just like about to grab it, about to hold it, it's a lot bigger than you expect. So we've just walked through this part of Mount Lee Drive, and then you can see it leads straight ahead to go and walk behind the sign. The higher we are climbing, you can see how dry the mountains are here. Just shows the level of rain or the lack of rain in and around these areas. It's almost like you're in a desert, that desert feel. And that's a lovely view of the trail we've just walked as we continue to reach the final stop. And look what we have here, trees with 50 shades. Ah, lovely. So we're about 20 minutes away from the peak, and in this shade you get a stunning view. So if I was you, I'd take a break here, enjoy a couple of minutes before you continue the trek. So just 10 more minutes and I'll be there at the back of the sign. And that was an extra hour hike to get up there on Mount Lee. Now, the question is whether the front of the hike view is all you need, or you want to take that extra hour and go behind the sign. How worth it is it to be behind the sign? It's more of a personal preference, is it not? For me, I love hiking. So that extra hour just to be there to say, I've been there, I've seen it, I've done it, that's a personal preference and a personal choice for me. But for you, are you someone who just loves snappy photos? If that's the case, front of the sign is absolutely enough. An hour hike, and you've got that beautiful pic that you want. But for the extra hiking fans, you want to go behind, and that's where you get the wonderful view from the back and the wonderful view of the city from the peak. And there you have the first impression of just being behind the sign. Now this is the gated section. If you keep walking up, you'll have the opportunity to be on a non-gated section that allows you to get a much more clearer view. But we made it. How long has that taken? Just over 2 hours and 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So absolutely worth it. With the gated section just there. So if you continue the trail 30 seconds more, you come onto this section. You just want to cross and go up. And then that gives you the ultimate view of the city. I'll show you when I get up there. Just have to be a bit careful. It is sandy. It is not actual road. It's those grainy. But this is what trek's all about. And then once you're up here, boy, is it some view. Is it some view. Have a look at this. And I've made it to the top of the Hollywood sign here on Mount Lee, and look at that outstanding view of Los Angeles. 2 hours, 10 minutes to get here. Absolutely worth it. Whether you want to be on the top of the sign or at the front of the sign, whichever one you prefer, it's an extra hour hike to get up here. But I've had an absolutely monumental experience doing this. Found that one part for the shade. Highly recommend you get a bit of time to rest, relax there. But look, just look at that. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles. You can see just in the distance there is the observatory, and then you can also see the trail that we walked all the way.
It's so funny. I'm cooking.
So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell as I'll head off to Las Vegas. So I'll see you on my next video. Ciao. Next time on Sabirul on the Move, I experience the Vegas nightlife, fly over the Grand Canyon and get a taste of the Wild Wild West. Click here to watch my first impressions of Las Vegas.